A very well welcome to you all, and many thanks for finding time to be with us on this week's edition of the program. We remain your source for all the latest happening in the world of insurance. My name is Susan Obiako. You're welcome. On the lineup this week, first we join Faith and her guest, Dr. WAHEED OLADIMEJI ARILESERE, National Treasury Secretary, NASFAT, on the CEO Rendezvous, where they discuss as topic awareness and knowledge of Takafull insurance amongst Muslims in Nigeria. It was a very interesting discussion. Do take a listen.
It's about ethical practice, that is doing business in ethical way. Fairness to all the participants. That is majorly what the Takafull model is all about.
Well, what more can I say than to urge you to stay with us? Details in a moment.
A very warm welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you join us on the CEO Rendezvous this week. Today we'll be looking at Takafull insurance awareness amongst Muslims in Nigeria. To do justice to the topic in our usual manner, brought on set a very eminent and qualified personality to discuss on that. I'm talking of no other than Dr. WAHEED OLADIMEJI ARILESERE, who is the National Treasury Secretary of NASFAT. Together, we'll be looking at this topic and a whole lot of other issues that relate to Takafull in Nigeria. Thank you so very much, sir, for finding time to join us on the program.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. So thank you very much.
And welcome to Lagos, because he's not a Lagos man, actually. Thank you so very much. Okay, sir. As I said, we'll be looking at awareness and knowledge of Takafull among Muslims in Nigeria. Why do you think that the knowledge about Takafull is abysmally low, especially in Africa, Nigeria in particular? Because, as I said, if you look at data available, you find that in other countries like India, for instance, where you have a large population of Muslims, you find that Takafull is doing reasonably well, even in some clients better than the conventional insurance. So why is it in Africa? Why do you think it's so?
Let me first of all start from the concepts to what Takafull, so that when we understand what the Takafull is all about, then in able tools, I will stop collecting on the model to which Takafull operates, and then also to look side by side the Takafull operation itself, and also look at side by side the conventional one. So if I were to say, okay, what does Takafull mean? So it derives with the word meaning for what kafala,
Meaning that to guarantee, so that I will assure you a guarantee if you participate in me. So that guarantee is what Takafull is all about. And that is guarantee your risk, then also whatever you brought into the participation, whatever you brought into the financing. So that is what is all about. So now, let's now come down, narrow it down to ethical practice, which is the concept of Islamic financing. That is ethical practice. Now, it is guided by Sharia law. Sharia law means that what are things that are fair to you? What are things that are fair to the participant? And what are things that are fair to the operator? So in Takafull, everybody is a stakeholder. Both the operator is a stakeholder, the participant, that is the insured, that we refer to as the insured in conventional, they are also stakeholder. Then the other stakeholders are those that have one or two, even the staff of the operator, they are all stakeholders. And how are they stakeholders? It means that the operation that is fair to all, Now, for example, in Takaful, Takaful differentiates what belongs to the operator and what belongs to the participant. For example, if you say premium in general insurance, we don't say premium in general insurance. We said that, okay, what's contribution? Because every participant is a contributor.
That's in Takaful.
Yeah, Takaful. So it makes you a stakeholders. Now, so if it now be divided and being regulated by NICON, that okay, if the premium is 100%, for example, which is called the contribution, then the operator have access to his own cost of operation. That is all the management expenses, which includes staff and so on and so forth. But depending on the arrangement with NICON, so that will have been side shot earlier, either 30% or thereabouts. So if they are taking 30%, so it means that what is available is 70%. So that 70% is for the participant. It's called the risk fund. Will be put in the risk fund. To narrow it down, what do you mean by a risk fund? Those are the funds that are available for in case if there is loss to any participant. So, operator does not have right to touch that fund because it does not belong to him. That is where fairness and equity come into place. He has already taken his own management fee, which is 30%. So from that one, that is where he's going to run all his operation, pay his staff, pay for house rent, buy a car, take care of all this, whatever. So that risk fund will be pool of fund for the participant. And there is also a variation or differentiation in all those funds. For example, we have different products. Each product is treated as a portfolio. So for supposing we have motor, we have marine, we have burglary, we have fire, and series of general accident. Those individual products are portfolio on their own. So for every participant in all those portfolios, we contribute into those pools of fund, such that if you have like 1,000 participants for motor, for example, all the pool of fund on motor will be aggregated into one portfolio called the motor portfolio. The same thing if you have for burglary, if you have like 2,000 people, so they will contribute to that portfolio. If you have marine, you have it individually like that.
Okay.
Then, for the contribution that he has made in 100%, then insurance operator, which is the Takaful operator, will have deducted his own 30%, which is called the management fee for him. Okay. It is the wakala.
Okay, so let me put it in perspective for me. So for each pool of fund, just as you have broken it down, for motor, for instance, when you have 100%, like the beginning of the year, for instance, so the fund for motor is 100%. So are you saying in Takaful, the operator will collect, let's say, 30% from motor pool, the motor fund, burglary fund, 30%? Or is it that all the funds put together by contributors, the operator will collect 30% from the total fund?
Yeah, thank you very much, Faith. So we are saying the same thing in different ways. Okay. Operator will take 30%, or if you say 30% of all, or 30% of each portfolio, is still the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So now I mark 70% as a tool to salvage any loss for any of the participants. So at the end of the day, at the end of the year, if any of the portfolio prepon profits, for example, here's people that claim, let's say, as we said earlier, we have 1,000 participants in also. And let's say during the year, we have like 500 that has claimed during the year, and you pay their claim.
based on the sum cover. The sum cover vary from comprehensive motor cover or third-party motor cover, depending on the type of policy that they are assigned, either third-party or comprehensive. So if those claims were paid during the year, so and the portfolio still have money, what we call surplus. Let's assume the risk fund for motor is 20 billion, for example, and that is the total sum contribution after the insurance operator has removed his own management fee. Then the balance after paying all the claim, then whatever is remaining is what we call the surplus. So to be fair to the participant, those that does not have claim during the year are those that will share the surplus.
What about those that claim?
Those that claim will not share from the surplus again because they are beneficiaries from the pool. So that's it. But in conventional insurance, once you pay premium, you might be paying premium for 5 years, 10 years, 100 years. If you don't have claim, you don't have anything to claim back from the insurance company. But for Takaful, for any of the Takaful products, if you don't have claim during the year and that the portfolio reports surplus, then you will now share from the portfolio surplus at the end of the year. So meaning that it's going to be win-win to the all participants because operator will have his own wakala, which is the management expenses that he will have deducted from ab initio. Why the participants that have claim during the year, maybe they suffer loss as a sort of motor accident or burglary, theft, and so on and so forth. Even general catastrophic and so on, as dictated by the warnings, they will have been indemnified during the year. So that is also way for them.
Of course.
Now, we now have surplus at the end of the day. Those that does not have claim during the year, they to say, okay, since there is no there is surplus in the portfolio, provided maybe you can have like 3 portfolio, maybe you have done marine, you have done general housing, insurance, and so on. And those portfolio report surpluses at the end of the year. Then you did not have claim, you still already have by having share of the proportion of the claim, of the surplus, based on your premium. That is another thing. You know, some might have much premium than the other, but the fact remains that from that proportion, you will be share part of the surplus. In the general insurance, there is no segregation of portfolio in this manner. So once you pay premium, that is why Sharia against that contract. That is the contract of insurance that you said earlier, that Sharia against the contract. It's not the arrangement that Sharia against, but the contract itself, because there is element of riba. What I mean by that riba is that there is element of interest and there is no fairness. In the sense that if I don't have claim, I have paid premium, and I did not have claim during the year, at the end of the year, nothing is returning back to me. That is unfair side that Sharia look at, that say it's not fair. And that is what Sharia against, that is the contract. Then in Takaful, insurance is not seen as a contract. It's not as a contract in Takaful. It's an agreement, it's an arrangement between us to indemnify whoever suffered loss during the year from the pool that we have contributed. So everybody is a participant. That is why they call them participants.
All right, that is the time of the program this week. Thanks for being with us. Join us same time, same station next week for a fresh package. If you miss any of this program, watch again on our YouTube channel, Amon Finance TV. Follow us on all our social media platforms. My name is Susan Obiako. See you next time. Bye.